during President Obama's recent trip to Quincy, Illinois. What was a calm Tea Party rally turned tense when protesters noticed police were dressed in full riot gear.
Wow. Tea Party member Dana Lesh joins us live right now from St. Louis. Good morning to you, Dana.
Good morning. Thanks for having me back.
It's great to have you as well. I know you're very active with the Tea Party scene out there in the St. Louis area. So the president goes to Quincy and is completely peaceful. Some people do start, chanting some stuff. But it was peaceful until these guys came through. Why do you think these riot police were called in?
That's the question of the hour. We're all still trying to figure out what was so intimidating about a couple of hundred people standing on the sidewalk singing God Bless America and waving around American flags. And my friend Jim Hoft, who does Gateway Pundit, he said, well, I guess they were afraid that the little old ladies would start throwing bingo chips at the buildings. I mean, there was no other reason to have them out there. I mean, I looked at it as though it were nothing more than a show of force. I mean, it was just the Chicago way. Snipers on the rooftops, I get, because I've been to a number of events where the president, both President Bush and President Obama have attended. Right. Snipers on the rooftop, I mean, that's normal, but the Riot Squad?
Well, Dana, while you were talking, you were staring straight at the camera. You could not see. They did show some scenes of an out-of-control crowd.
There it is.
There it is. Hey, you settle down, people.
Call in the stormtroopers.
Whoa, you have no choice but to get the Kevlar out. I mean, so your thought is, are you missing something? You were on the air at the time. You're getting word that these riot squads are coming out. And your thoughts were, what am I missing? Is there something there that we can't see?
Exactly. Well, I had been considering going to Quincy to do a remote. I have a radio show that I do that afternoon, and it was all happening while I was on air, and my phone started blowing up. All these people were texting and calling. The Riot Squad is here. And it just seemed absolutely pointless. Now, the story from the Sheriff's Department from Quincy, Illinois, the press release came out for that. They said that the protesters were getting near a restricted area, which was funny because there was no restricted area that was marked. There's no tape, there were no cones, no anything. And I talked to Steve McQueen, who organized the event, and he said that everything was fine, everything had been peaceful up until the moment they decided to have the dog and pony show and parade the riot gear out. And it seemed, I mean, it was the Riot Squad parade, because you had a bunch of people that were standing on the sidewalk just watching these guys. They marched in, and it would have been just the only thing that would have put it over the top was the Imperial March from Star Wars playing in the background. That's the only thing that would have made it that much better. And the Sith Lord came out as well.
All right. Well, it is puzzling why they did do that, although it is not unusual for there to be a lot of weaponry around when the president does make appearances in various spots.
Older women with oak tag. There's only one way to counter. Thank you very much, Dana Lesh. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Straight ahead.
The president